Hello guys, how are you? Okay, I'm just it's setting up here. I hope it's gonna broadcast proper. I need to talk about this show. It's very important for me to talk about this show. Okay, I wonder how everyone else is feeling about it, but we've got to talk about this show. It's number one trending right now in Australia. Okay, number one right now in Australia, Bridgerton, and whether you should watch it or not. Okay, so I'm going to share this on Facebook. Hopefully, someone's going to watch it. Right. Okay. We need to talk about this show. It's crazy. We need to talk about this show. All right. It's important for people to talk. Maybe not to watch it. I'll tell you whether at the end of this. I'll tell you whether or not to watch it. Okay. And obviously, all good people listen to me. No, look. At the end of the day, you do what you do. I'm just I just want to talk about this show. Okay. So whether you should watch it or not, that's totally up to you. But I need to tell you about it because I finished watching it. I'm that sort of person. I just watch things. Okay, I watch things as quickly as I can, and then now I realize it's better for me to actually tell people what I think. When I'm watching those things. So, so maybe am I too close to the camera? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter. It's not about my face. It's about what's happening. Okay, so let me tell you what I think about this show. Or maybe first let's say what the show is all about. Maybe let's we just share a little bit of the yeah. Let's say let's just watch the we watch the what do you call it? Let's watch the. Oh my God, I can't talk. I think let's watch the. Oh God, let's watch the. I'm wondering what's going on here. So I want to watch the trailer. Okay, I'm thinking maybe we can watch the trailer together. I'm so sorry. I was just okay. Let's get to watching the trailer. Okay, so I'll share the screen and see if I can find you the trailer. And that's just the desktop. There is a trailer over here. Okay, so let's see if we can get the trailer. And I hope the volume will do us good. Sometimes the volume doesn't really do us good. Oh no, 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 no. That's not the trailer. We want the trailer. We don't want all these things. We just want. Anyway, yes. So there you go, guys. The show is good fun. Okay, it is good fun to watch. So let me tell you what it's about. It's basically set in the 1800s, early 1800s in London. Okay, and this is the same lady that did How to Get Away with Murder and all these things. She's the one who's, I don't know whether she's directing or wrote the show, whatever. Anyway, it's called Sean. She's, I think her brand is Shondaland. Anyway, so what's the show about? It's about this guy, and basically it's about forbidden love. That's what the whole show is about, forbidden love. Okay, so everybody likes love stories, so I guess that's why it's trending number one right now in Australia. It's about forbidden love. And the thing is, this is my take on the show. Okay, as a Christian person, I think if you're gonna watch this show, you need to get like a fast forward button right next to you, because the more you go into the show, the more sex. It's just unbelievable. I don't know why Americans think that you can't have a show without having people. Like, it's okay for people to have sex, but they almost like, okay, let's have them have sex for 25 minutes and then we'll go back to the story. Okay, no, I think it's not right. People should have sex in their houses and switch off the cameras, right? But so if you watch this show, I always think any bit of sex is too much sex on TV, right? So church mouse, because I'm a church mouse, right? So anyway, I think the right thing, like when you get there, if you don't want to watch that part, just click. About, you have to skip about 30 seconds. That's what I do. Okay. As soon as they start kissing, 30 seconds. Okay. And if you find them still being, being naughty, skip some more. That's what I do. Okay. Um, Everybody's got what they don't like. I just don't like seeing that. Okay. Or maybe I don't, let's look more correctly, I don't want to watch that. Okay. I don't want to watch that. I think you can tell a story without showing people extra stuff about sex. Okay. Anyway, that's what it's, so the story is basically about forbidden love. That's what the whole story is about. It's interesting because there's a bunch of forbidden loves that are happening. Okay. And I think her point, the point in the whole thing is, oh well, society's expectations are always unreasonable or something like that. I think that's the whole point in the show, or at least that's the idea behind the author. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's nice to watch. At the end, I'll tell you how whether I think you should watch it or not. It is fun to watch. It's engaging. Okay, can captivate you. It's a nice story. Um, as long as you're willing to skip the, sorry, I gotta fix this. As long as you're willing to skip the all these other things that maybe you might not like, but at the end of the day, it is a captivating story, so it's fun to watch, right? Um, um, that's all there is there that I can say. So it's fun to watch. I've told you about how much sex there is in there, and then next it's talking about how boring and convenient marriage was in the past, how people's feelings um, were not the most important thing in a marriage. And I think it's sort of saying that's very bad. Okay, a marriage should be a happy place. Family, yes, is good, but it's mostly should be just a great friendship with lots of love and fun. I think that's the point in the show, which, yeah, maybe people can do that, but I just think, maybe you should turn that around and say the fun should come from the commitment that people share and the love for children and etc and the love for society. I think that's much better. Like those are my conservative genes coming out. I think it's much better than saying, oh well, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. It doesn't matter if I screw the children's lives or whatever. As long as I'm happy. I think kids shouldn't grow up in very bad families, right? If people are fighting, stealing, lying, probably shouldn't be together, right? But I think people should actually be together and also like be happy at the same time. I don't think there's a competition there, right? I don't think there's a competition. Okay. Um, Secondly, I think I think the biggest thing in the show is it doesn't pretend. Okay, she gives a one liner to explain herself. It says that, when Princess Charlotte, who according to the show was a black woman, but according to some people she was not black, she was just someone who had lived in Africa but just generally white. um yeah, so it pretends that when the queen was black, um the the problem of racism went away because people revered the monarchy that much. So everyone, so in the show, you start seeing all these, black and white couples. Everyone, no one is really thinking about race. So it's a colorblind show, I guess. It's a colorblind show in that sense. And if you're willing to overlook that, if you're not willing to let that trouble you, you will enjoy the show. Okay, you'll enjoy watching it. So for me, I just thought, you can't have, because it still has classism in it, and I think racism is part of classism. It's not like racism is separate from classism. So you can't have class because it's got all these people in the show not wanting to marry different people because they are of a lower ranking, but they're willing to marry black people or other people as long as they are of high standing, right? So it's just the poor that are being shafted, and there's no racism at all. Um, I think you know. I think as long as you have class is going to affect different people disproportionately, and you're going to have racism in that sense because you've got class. Okay, so yeah, so I thought so it was hard for me to get over the fact that they had all these high-ranking black people being paid deference to by white people, etc., which is okay. I just think that it's just not too true to history, so I didn't really enjoy that part. But it was fun to watch. The show was fun to watch, except for the skipping part. I had to skip. So that was that. and then so it pretended that racism doesn't exist. And then this is my gripe with modern shows about history, British history, that have, that look back into British history, like the football show that was on Netflix on the history of soccer, and this show as well. Okay, so they paint a background of Christianity. There's a Christian background in the right, but they don't really go in to show how dominant Christianity was at the time. So the people in the show are sort of like, okay, not really interested. But you I think that it's paying a disservice to what actually happened, right? I think at least let everyone know how dominant the church is. Like in the whole situation, I think maybe you only see it once when the queen has power over whether a certain marriage can happen or not. But they don't really show even the good part of Christianity was there, and how what it was doing, and it is so all that part is not there. And I just think, oh, you're not really telling the story well, even if it's just a fantasy story. Okay, so those are the things that I saw in there. So for me, I'm gonna tell you the scale now, whether you should watch this show or not. Right, on a scale of 0, don't watch it at all. Okay, that's where we put that cuties movie from Netflix. Don't watch it at all. Don't even watch the trailer. Right, and then and the 10 is you must. It's a must watch. This is where we put all the great movies, right? Like Lion. I loved Lion. I think Lion is a must watch. I think Lord of the Rings is a must watch. Matrix is a must watch. Um, this show, I think maybe even 4/10. It's fun, yes, it's fun to watch it, but is it a must watch? No, 4/10. Your life will not change if you don't watch this show, okay? But it was fun to watch. So, anyway, that's that. Hope you enjoyed it.